Welcome back to the deep dive. This time, we're taking you on a journey through the world of gold IRAs, using insights from the article, Securing Your Retirement, Why Gold IRAs Are a Smart Investment.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, this isn't just about shiny metals. It's about exploring a potential strategy to help you build a retirement portfolio that can weather any storm. By the way, if you're looking for a handy guide to help you navigate this world, we've got a free checklist waiting for you at goldirablueprint.com/exclusive. It'll walk you through choosing the right gold IRA company so you can approach this with confidence.
That's right. We're here to unpack why gold has been considered a safe haven asset for centuries and how you can potentially leverage that within our retirement plan.
I'm already intrigued.
Okay.
So let's start with the foundation. Why is diversification so crucial for anyone planning their retirement? And how does this article approach that concept?
Well, think of it this way. If your entire retirement savings were invested in a single company's stock, and that company suddenly went bankrupt, you'd face a significant financial setback. Diversification is about spreading your risk across different asset classes. So if one area takes a hit, the others can help cushion the blow. This article emphasizes 3 key reasons why this is particularly important for retirees.
Okay, let's dive into those reasons. What's the first one?
The first is protection against market volatility. The stock market can be unpredictable, with periods of rapid growth followed by sudden downturns. By diversifying your portfolio, you're not putting all your eggs in one basket, you're creating a more stable foundation that can potentially withstand those market swings.
That makes perfect sense. So it's about creating a smoother ride for your retirement savings, even when the market gets a bit bumpy. What's the second reason highlighted in the article?
The second reason is hedging against inflation. Inflation is a silent threat. That erodes the purchasing power of your savings over time. What you could buy with a certain amount of money today might cost significantly more in the future due to inflation. Gold, on the other hand, has historically held its value well. During periods of inflation, it's often seen as a store of value that can help preserve your wealth, even when the value of the dollar declines.
So it's like having a built-in safety net to help your savings keep pace with rising prices, ensuring that your retirement funds retain their value over the long term. That brings us to the third reason this article emphasizes.
Right, exactly. The third key reason for diversification, especially for retirees, is wealth preservation. As you transition into retirement, your focus shifts from growing your wealth to preserving what you've accumulated over your working years. Gold, as a tangible asset with intrinsic value, has played this role for centuries. It's not just a piece of paper or a digital entry. It's a physical asset with a history of enduring value.
This resonates with the idea of gold as a safe haven asset,
Right.
something that people turn to when they're seeking stability and security, especially during times of economic uncertainty.
Precisely. It's about creating a sense of security and confidence in your retirement plan, knowing that you have assets that can potentially withstand economic storms.
So we've laid the groundwork for why diversification is crucial for retirees and how gold can play a role in that strategy. But how do gold IRAs specifically fit into this picture? I'm picturing a scene from a movie where someone unlocks a vault filled with gleaming gold bars.
While it might not be quite as dramatic as a Hollywood heist, the concept is similar. A gold IRA allows you to hold physical gold within a retirement account.
Okay, so let's break down the basics. What exactly is a gold IRA and how does it work?
A gold IRA is essentially a self-directed IRA, which gives you more control over your investment choices compared to a traditional IRA. Instead of being limited to stocks, bonds, and mutual funds, you can add physical gold or other approved precious metals to your portfolio within the IRA.
It's like having a specialized retirement account that lets you diversify with tangible assets.
No?
I'm assuming there are specific steps involved in setting up a gold IRA.
Right. Yes. It's a fairly straightforward process. First, you open a self-directed IRA with a custodian who specializes in precious metals. This custodian acts as the administrator of your account and handles the logistics of purchasing and storing your gold.
Got it. So they're like the guardians of your gold. What happens next?
Once you have your account set up, you fund it, either by transferring funds from an existing retirement account or by making direct contributions.
So you can either move some of your existing retirement savings over or add new funds to this specialized IRA. Then comes the fun part.
Right.
Shopping for gold. Do I get to browse through catalogs of shimmering gold bars? But it's not quite a shopping spree.
Yeah.
But you do have options. You work with your custodian to purchase IRS-approved gold coins or bars. These are specific types of gold that meet the purity standards set by the IRS for inclusion in a gold IRA. That makes sense. So
Ah,
you can't just throw any old piece of gold into your IRA. It has to meet those specific requirements. And what happens to the gold once you purchased it? Does it get delivered to my doorstep?
definitely not. Remember, this gold is part of your retirement account, so it needs to be stored in a secure, IRS-approved depository. These are specialized facilities designed to protect your precious metals until you decide to take distributions in retirement.
Ooh. I can imagine having a giant pile of gold bars in my living room. Would be a bit stressful. So it sounds like these depositories take care of all the security and logistics, ensuring that your gold is safe and sound.
Exactly. And speaking of making sound decisions for your retirement, remember to check out our free checklist over at goldirablueprint.com/exclusive. It'll guide you through the process of choosing the right gold IRA company so you can navigate this world with confidence.
That's a great reminder. So we've covered the basics of what a gold IRA is and
Yeah.
how it works. Now, let's dig into the specifics of why someone might consider adding this to their retirement strategy.
That's where things get really fascinating, because this is where those diversification benefits we discussed earlier start to come into play.
I'm all ears. Let's unpack why gold IRAs might be an attractive option for people planning their retirement.
Remember how we talk about gold acting as a hedge against inflation? Well, that benefit becomes even more pronounced within a gold IRA. As inflation rises, the value of your gold holdings could potentially increase, helping to preserve your purchasing power throughout your retirement.
It's like a built-in safeguard. To help your retirement savings keep pace with the rising cost of living, that's incredibly valuable, especially considering how unpredictable inflation can be. What other advantages does a gold IRA offer within a retirement plan?
Well, just as gold brings stability to a diversified portfolio, a gold IRA can potentially bring stability to your retirement plan as a whole. We know that the stock market can be a bit of a roller coaster, with periods of rapid growth, followed by sudden drops. Gold, on the other hand, has a history of being a less volatile asset. It tends to hold its value relatively well, even during times of economic uncertainty.
It's about balancing out the potential risks and rewards within your retirement portfolio. If one area is experiencing turbulence, that stability from gold could help smooth out the ride.
That's precisely the idea. It's about creating a more resilient retirement plan that can potentially withstand various economic conditions. Now, while we're on the topic of resilience, let's explore a fascinating characteristic of gold that contributes to its appeal as a safe haven asset, its historical performance during times of crisis.
That's a point I'm particularly interested in. I've heard that gold tends to perform well when other markets are struggling. What's the story there?
Well, during periods of economic or geopolitical turmoil, investors often flock to assets that are perceived as safe and stable. Gold, with its long history as a store of value and its tangible nature, often fits that bill. It's not tied to the performance of a specific company or government, so it tends to hold its value, even when other markets are in free fall.
It's almost like gold becomes a refuge for investors seeking stability amidst uncertainty. It's a reminder that gold isn't just a shiny metal. It has a deep-rooted history as a symbol of wealth and security that transcends economic cycles.
Exactly. That historical context is essential to understanding why gold continues to play a significant role in the world of finance, even in our modern digital age.
Now, I know that no investment is entirely without risk, but it sounds like gold's historical performance during crises adds another layer of reassurance. For those seeking a secure retirement, it's about having assets that can potentially withstand economic storms, providing peace of mind. As you navigate the uncertainties of the future,
That's a great way to put it. It's about having a well-rounded retirement strategy that includes elements designed to weather various economic conditions, and gold has historically played that role effectively.
we've talked about gold as a hedge against inflation and its potential to bring stability to a retirement portfolio.
Yeah.
Now, I'm curious about the different types of gold you can actually hold within a gold IRA. Is it just gold bars, or are there other options?
Yeah. Well, you're in luck, because while it's called a gold IRA, you can actually diversify your holdings in the account with other approved precious metals.
Oh, so it's like a precious metals party in there.
Yeah.
What other shiny objects can we add to the mix?
Of course, there's gold, but you can also include silver,
Mhm.
platinum, and palladium.
Wow, a veritable treasure chest of precious metals. But I'm guessing there are some rules about the types of gold and other metals allowed in a gold IRA. Right, the IRS probably isn't going to let you stash just any old piece of silver in there.
You're absolutely right. The IRS has strict purity standards for metals held in a gold IRA. For gold, it needs to be 99.5% purity or higher.
That makes sense. They want to ensure that you're investing
Yeah.
in high-quality assets.
Yeah.
That will hold their value over time. What about the other metals? What purity levels are we talking about?
For silver, it needs to be 99.9% purity or higher. And for platinum and palladium, it's even stricter, 99.95% purity or higher.
Wow. They're really serious about those purity levels. So
Right.
if I happen to have a stash of old silver coins lying around, they might not make the cut for my gold IRA.
That's likely, unless they meet those specific IRS purity requirements. But it's always best to check with your gold IRA custodian to be absolutely sure they'll be able to guide you on which coins and bars are eligible.
Got it. So it's best to leave the coin collecting to the hobbyists and stick with IRS-approved metals for my gold IRA. Now, we've talked about the metals themselves, but what about the tax implications? Are gold IRAs treated differently from traditional IRAs when it comes to taxes?
That's a great question, and it's one that often causes confusion, essentially. When it comes to taxes, gold IRAs are treated very similarly to traditional IRAs. The specific tax advantages depend on whether you choose a traditional gold IRA or a Roth gold IRA.
Okay, so let's break down those differences. What are the tax perks of each option?
With a traditional gold IRA, your contributions may be tax deductible, meaning you could potentially lower your taxable income. In the present, however, your withdrawals in retirement will be taxed as ordinary income.
So it's like deferring those taxes until later. What about a Roth gold IRA? How does that work tax-wise?
With a Roth gold IRA, your contributions aren't tax deductible upfront. However, your qualified withdrawals in retirement are tax-free.
Sure. It's about choosing the option. That aligns with your individual financial goals and circumstances. Do you have any tips for our listeners who are trying to determine which type might be right for them?
Of course. If you anticipate being in a higher tax bracket in retirement, a Roth Gold IRA might be a more advantageous option. On the other hand, if you're looking to reduce your taxable income in the present, a traditional gold IRA could be more appealing. It really comes down to your individual situation and long-term financial goals.
It sounds like having a conversation with a financial advisor could be helpful in making this decision. They can help you assess your specific circumstances and guide you toward the best choice for your retirement plan.
Absolutely. A knowledgeable financial advisor can be an invaluable resource when making these important decisions about your retirement savings. They can provide personalized guidance tailored to your unique needs and goals. Speaking of guidance, remember that free checklist we mentioned earlier? You can find it at goldirablueprint.com/exclusive. It's packed with tips to help you select a gold IRA company that aligns with your financial goals.
That's a fantastic resource. For anyone feeling a bit overwhelmed by the process of setting up a gold IRA. Now, I know that choosing the right gold IRA company is a crucial step in this process. What are some key factors people should consider when making that decision? What qualities separate the best providers from the rest?
That's an excellent question, and it's where things get really interesting. You want to look for a provider with a strong reputation and a proven track record. Experience matters in this industry, so look for a company that's been around for a while and has a history of satisfied customers.
So it's about doing your homework and researching the company's background and reputation. What other qualities should people look for in a gold IRA provider?
Transparency is paramount. The company should be upfront about their fees, processes, and storage options. There should be no hidden surprises or shady dealings.
Transparency builds trust. And trust is essential. When you're entrusting someone with your retirement savings, what else should people keep in mind when evaluating potential providers?
Exceptional customer support is another hallmark of a great gold IRA provider. You want a company that's responsive to your needs, answers your questions promptly, and provides personalized guidance throughout the entire process.
It sounds like it's not just about finding a provider, but finding a partner who will be there to support you every step of the way. Now, we've talked about the importance of choosing a reputable provider, but let's get into the nitty-gritty details. What are some specific questions people should ask potential gold IRA providers to ensure they're making the right choice?
That's where being an informed consumer really pays off. Always start by asking. If the provider is IRS approved, this is non-negotiable. You want to ensure you're working with a legitimate and compliant company.
That's a crucial first step. What other questions should people ask?
Definitely inquire about their fee structure. Ask about all the costs involved, including account setup fees, storage fees, and any other administrative charges. A transparent provider will be happy to break down their fee schedule and explain any associated costs.
It's about understanding exactly what you're paying for and avoiding any unpleasant surprises down the road. What other key questions should be on our list?
Don't hesitate to ask about the storage location for your gold. Find out where they store their clients' precious metals and inquire about the security measures in place at those facilities.
So, it's not just about where it's stored. It's about how securely it's stored. What else should people ask before making their decision?
Another important question to ask is about their buyback policy. Find out how they handled the process of selling your gold when you're ready to take distributions in retirement. A reputable provider will have a clear and transparent buyback process in place.
So, it's about having a smooth exit strategy. When the time comes to access those funds, what other insights can you offer to help people make the most informed decision possible?
This might seem obvious, but don't hesitate to ask about their experience and expertise. In the field of precious metals, find out how long they've been in business, how knowledgeable their team is, and what resources they offer to educate their clients.
It's about feeling confident that you're working with experts who understand the nuances of this specialized area of investing. It sounds like asking these questions can really help people gain a deeper understanding of the company's operations, values, and commitment to customer satisfaction.
Exactly. And remember, knowledge is power, especially when it comes to making important financial decisions for your future.
Now, we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive, exploring the ins and outs of gold IRAs, but I think it's essential to bring this all to life with some real-world examples. Are there any compelling case studies from the article that illustrate how gold IRAs have benefited real retirees?
Absolutely. The article highlights some fascinating stories that showcase the tangible impact gold IRAs can have on people's lives. For example, it features the story of John, a 62-year-old retiree who was concerned about the volatility of the stock market.
I can imagine that would be a top concern. For anyone entering retirement, the market can be so unpredictable.
He decided to allocate a portion of his retirement savings to a gold IRA, hoping to add some stability to his portfolio. Well, shortly after making that decision, the market took a significant downturn.
Oh no. What happened to John's investments?
Because of his diversified portfolio and the inclusion of gold, John's losses were minimal. Compared to those who had all their assets in the stock market, his gold IRA acted as a buffer, protecting his savings during a turbulent time. He was incredibly grateful for the peace of mind it provided.
That's a powerful testament to the value of diversification and the role gold can play in safeguarding your retirement savings. It's about creating a safety net that can help you weather those inevitable market storms. Are there any other case studies that highlight the benefits of a gold IRA for retirees?
Absolutely. The article also tells the story of Mary and Tom, a couple who were nearing retirement and worried about the rising cost of living. They had worked hard their entire lives and wanted to ensure their savings would last. Throughout their retirement years, they were particularly concerned about inflation eroding the value of their hard-earned money.
Inflation is a silent thief. That can chip away at the value of your savings over time, making it harder to maintain your lifestyle in retirement. It's a valid concern for anyone planning their financial future.
Exactly. So Mary and Tom, they decided to diversify their retirement portfolio by adding gold to the mix. They opened a gold IRA and saw their investment steadily grow in value as inflation rates climbed.
So, their gold IRA helped to preserve their purchasing power, ensuring that their retirement savings wouldn't be diminished by rising prices. It's like they built a financial fortress to help withstand the erosive effects of inflation.
That's a great way to think about it. These case studies demonstrate that the benefits of gold IRAs aren't just theoretical. They can have a real and positive impact on people's lives, especially as they navigate the financial complexities of retirement.
These stories really highlight the potential for gold to act as a stabilizer and a safe haven. Within a retirement portfolio, it's about creating a sense of security and confidence as you enter those golden years, knowing that you've taken steps to protect your hard-earned savings. Now, before we wrap up our deep dive into gold IRAs, I want to touch on a topic that often comes up when discussing investments: risk. What are some of the risks associated with gold IRAs, and how can people mitigate those risks?
That's an important question to address. While gold has historically been seen as a safe haven asset, it's not entirely without risk, like any investment. The value of gold can fluctuate, and there's no guarantee that it will always increase in value. One of the primary risks to consider is the potential for
Short-term price volatility.
So even though gold has a history of holding its value over the long term, there can be periods where the price dips or fluctuates. What should people keep in mind if they're concerned about those short-term price swings? It's important to remember that a gold IRA is a long-term retirement strategy. not a get-rich-quick scheme if you're looking for short-term gains or quick profits. A gold IRA is probably not the right fit for you.
So it's about having a long-term mindset
Hmm.
and understanding that the value of your gold holdings may fluctuate in the short term, but that the real benefits are likely to be realized over a longer time horizon.
Exactly. Another risk to consider is the potential for storage fees associated with holding physical gold. Remember, those IRS-approved depositories we talked about earlier, they provide a secure location for your gold, but those services come with a cost.
That makes sense. You're paying for that peace of mind, knowing that your gold is safe and protected. Are there any other risks that people should be aware of when considering a gold IRA?
Well, one potential risk that's often overlooked is the risk of choosing the wrong provider. As with any financial product or service, there are reputable providers, and those who might not have your best interests at heart.
That's why it's so crucial to do your research, ask the right questions, and choose a company that has a proven track record, transparent practices, and a commitment to customer satisfaction. It's about protecting your investment and ensuring that you're working with a trustworthy partner.
Absolutely. And remember, that free checklist at goldirablueprint.com/exclusive is a great resource to help you navigate this process and make informed decisions about your retirement savings.
That checklist is like a treasure map, guiding you through the world of gold IRAs and helping you avoid potential pitfalls along the way. It's a valuable tool for anyone considering this retirement strategy.
It's all about empowering yourself with knowledge and making informed choices that align with your long-term financial goals. Remember, it's never too early or too late to start planning for a secure and fulfilling retirement.
That's right. Whether you're just beginning your retirement savings journey or looking to diversify your existing portfolio, a gold IRA can be a valuable tool to consider. It's about taking control of your financial future and creating a retirement plan that provides both security and peace of mind.
Well said.
Well read. As always, it's been a pleasure diving deep with you all today. We've explored the world of gold IRAs, uncovering their potential benefits, risks, and key considerations. For anyone looking to add this strategy to their retirement plan, remember, knowledge is power, and the more you know about your investment options, the better equipped you'll be to make choices that align with your unique needs and goals. If you're ready to take the next step, head over to goldirablueprint.com/exclusive and grab that free checklist. It'll guide you through the process of choosing the right gold IRA provider, ensuring that you're on the path toward a golden retirement. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and keep those retirement dreams shining.